Oh, help if I didn't have the mute button on, wouldn't it? Well, welcome! I hope you're all doing well. It's got some echo in here. It's a new place, as you see. I crashed the ship into planet Zebula. Anyway, people that know will get that, so let me fix everything. I hope you're all doing well. For those that don't know, my name is Doc Skinner. I'm a filmmaker, a podcaster, a screenwriter, award-winning, and ufologist, researcher, conspiracy factologist, and been doing it a long time, but I've been on hiatus. I had to work on some other projects that I was doing. Anywho, I couldn't take it anymore. The stupidity runs deep. And all I can think of is idiocracy. And that's where we're going. Now let me preface this real quick. I am this show, whatever the hell I end up calling it, is not going to be Are We Alone? Is that a UFO? I leave those to my friends. They're going great with their shows. They're amazing. They're putting out great content. So I just don't need to be another dude on the block doing it. So we're going to talk about stuff just raw, okay? We're going to be talking about what's going on in the world because I said I would only come back if the shit was hitting the fan. Well, there's poo everywhere. So, yeah, I ended up getting some space back at my place and relocated everything to its own. I didn't realize how bad it echoed in here, though. I'm gonna have to work on that. And it was yesterday. I was seeing so much was going on, and I've been just biting my. You know how hard it has been for me not to just jump on live with everything that's going on. I mean, just daily. I basically have just been kind of staying in the loop under the radar through TikTok, Doc Skinner official, by the way, if you want to go there. And just basically just reposting stuff, not even giving my opinion, staying out of everything, leaving it alone. And you can't even just repost anything anymore. You repost something because you're just sharing it with your friends and family and the world or whoever. And everybody just assumes that, it's just, everybody's gotten too damn sensitive. By the way, the show is rated R. I'm going to probably curse like a sailor because I'm a grumpy old man now, coming up on 51. So I guess when you hit 50, you start seeing how many dumbasses there are on this planet. So yeah, I'm back, and I'm going to be doing this full time, and only with the help and support of my viewers. So everybody else is out there making their dollar. They've got their sites. They're doing well. They're able to pay their bills and stuff. Whereas I have just I've helped a lot of people get to where they are, or help get them started, and they're all doing very well. And I just kind of felt like I was being left in the dust because I was never making any money. I was always getting flagged. It was like, what's the point? So if you see right here, okay, there, that's a PayPal button. And if you would like to help support this show so that I can do 5 nights a week, and this show, I'm gonna probably have guests, most likely, but guests. So we'll work it out to where I'll give you guys a link if you guys want to come on and give your point of view. Have at it. Let's do it as long as everybody's respectful to each other. But I don't want no snowflake pansies in here just whining because they want to whine because they feel it's their right to whine. The only one that can whine on this show is me. And if I don't like it, go somewhere else. I'll go the bye-bye. We're just gonna get that out of the way. Now, let's see. There are some big things that I got going on in the pipeline that, unfortunately, unable to discuss. But it's just taking so ungodly long. And there's another reason why I was trying to stay off radar and whatnot, just kind of be low key. But we are in a position right now. Oh shoot! You know what? I don't even have the comments up here, do I? Oh yeah, I do. I do. Oh wow! Yeah, oh, let me do a roll call real quick for the early birds. Okay. Of course, Heidi Pop. She was. You can check out her show. She was first on board. Love her. But my buddy Paul Marsh is in the house. One of my producers, Jeff Reynolds, is here. Prince Edward County in 360. Hey there, Doc. Hope you're doing well. It's been a minute. It's been a lot of minutes. Oh, and I didn't do this. Sorry, I put these up here. My bad. Now I'm too short. Who else we got here? Going down. Because my response is like does it 3 times because I'm sending out to 3 Facebook pages, YouTube, and Twitch. I didn't even know I still had a Twitch. Jennifer Bucks, hello. How are you? Let's see who else we got. Mr. B from Down Under is in the house. Let's see. Edward Souza. Hey, it's been a long time. Yes, I do live. I have come back from the dead. Oh my gosh, Mr. B, you are amazing. Thank you so much. Now, I don't know how this super sticker thing works. Now, and I'm eventually I'll get this one day, but let me just tell everybody, if you want to support, please go to this PayPal. And all you got to do is use your phone and just scan that. And it'll take you right there and you can do it because YouTube's going to take out, they're going to hold my money until I reach like a certain amount. And I'm still waiting on the like $100 that I've earned for the past 5 years that I just haven't been able to get to. So hopefully I'll get to that one day. Thank you so much, Mr. B. But for everybody else for now, if you wouldn't mind, I'll give you a big, how do you do when you do, but just go there and let me know, hey, I did that. And because I got my phone on mute. I don't want it like binging when I'm on the air. So Mr. B, good friend, love him so much. I appreciate you, sir. He'll be on the show. I'll have him on the show. Absolutely. Reba's here. Welcome, Reba. Good to see you here. Who's this? Boy Dogs. Hey, Doc and friends. This is Terry. Oh, Terry. Hi, Terry. Good to see you, sweetie. Thank you for being here. Terry's been like with me since the early BC beginning. Let's see. Okay, so we're caught up. Some early birds. Now, this is the first day. I gave an hour's notice. It's not going to be 1,000 people tonight, but that's okay. It's intimate. It's kind of me dabbling my toes back in the water again. As sad as it is, I got a certain event over here on the TV on mute. Just I haven't even really been watching. I've just been getting everything set up. I mean, this whole room was completely different and spent the whole day getting it to par where I like it and get the studio all set up. So anywho, yes, we're going to be just talking about stuff raw. I'm really done with the UFO thing. I'll get that out of the way. Nothing against it. I'm just numb from it. I've been researching it so long. I'm in the top pinnacle circle of the creme de la creme of who's who in the community, and they're all doing a great job. But I don't have a book. I don't have movies. I don't. I've always been like the Johnny Carson of the community. The talk show host that brings them on, and I'm the one that tries to crack up and make things a little lighthearted if I can. Yeah, this is just grumpy old man talk, and we're gonna go on here. I'm probably gonna bitch about it. I'm not gonna really worry about people's feelings. I'm really not. I am so tired of walking on eggshells, worried everybody's gonna be offended by a word. If you are offensive or offended by words easily, this is not the show to follow, because I'm going to be the new Red Foreman online, if you know who Red Foreman is from that 70s show, because I get to call him a dumbass. But it's It's no mean to be, disrespectful, but I'm going to play something for you guys. I'm just going to do the audio. If I hopefully have it here. Oh no, actually put it on the book of the face is where I put it. And we are live. Scrolling through. Oh yeah, my news favorite saying. I really think it's time to take the warning labels off of everything and let stupidity work itself out. All right, so I'm going to play this, just the audio.
The right to live their lives.
Wait, hold on.
Being protected.
Hold on.
Nobody has the right to live their lives being protected from offense or from insult or from hurt feelings. It is an occupational hazard of living in society. And if you really can't take it, become a hermit.
Yeah.
But more seriously, on the opposite end from the snowflakes, poor little darlings, on the opposite end from them are the totalitarians. Now, I would love to stand in this union and oppose.
Okay, I can't play all of it. I don't want to get in trouble, but that was the main element of that. And I also wanted to play something because a lot of people, it's really funny how there are people that are awoken. They awaken to everything and they realize what's going on. And then there's the people that are woke. That's my stance. So if you want to not be my friend or whatever, I'm sorry, but I have tiptoed around everybody's feelings for so long, and I've just gotten the shit shaft of it every time. So everybody's got to toughen up. I mean, truly. So where did I put this? Oh, brand is here. Now this is a video. I don't know if I'm gonna get in trouble for it, but Rick Mackey sent this to me, and the words are true. Let me bring this down, buddy. Bring this down. There we go. The words ring true. So check this out.
To all my friends and family out there who know what's really going on, to all my conspiracy theorist friends, yes. Sometimes it's a curse and not always a blessing to be awake. Awakening is the most liberating, alienating, excruciating, empowering, lonely, confusing, freeing, frightening, expansive journey. If you find yourself struggling as you try to process all the insanity, you are not alone. No one talks about the darkness that accompanies awakening. Or the grief, not only grieving the life and illusions you once had, but the realization that almost everything you thought you knew is a lie. The beliefs you held, the people you trusted, the principles you were taught all lives. Shattering illusions is rarely an enjoyable experience. There is a considerable amount of discomfort to come from growth, and the grieving process doesn't stop there. With these newfound realizations, you then find yourself grieving all over again. Grieving the loss of many relationships with people who just don't get it. Feeling alone, being ridiculed and ashamed. Not only by the masses, but for many of you, your very own family and friends too. Feeling like you no longer have much in common with these people you are surrounded by. Struggling with carrying on bullshit. Shallow conversations that lack substance with those who are still fast asleep, even feeling disconnected from your entire support system because they can't see what you see. Some even grieve the loss of their ignorance because ignorance is bliss and reality is harsh. Awakening can be a lonely road, and you will find often yourself journeying alone. There is no way to sugarcoat it. Awakening to the realities of this world are brutal. It will have you running through the entire gamut of human emotions. You have to master the art of diving down the darkest rabbit holes only to come out and still function in daily life. That is a skill, people, that don't get talked about enough. Some of you are struggling with feeling disconnected from family and friends. It's as though they exist in another world. Please know you are not alone. And not only are you not alone, you have an entire tribe standing with you. We may be separated by miles, but we are definitely deeply connected in purpose and spirit.
The Frank Files. Go check that out. I just discovered that today, and I thought, just as you know, after I've already decided, you know what, I'm coming back on, and I was praying. I was like, Lord, I need to make some. I need to make some money, but you know, is this the time? Do I come back? You know, if I do, I gotta jump in, you know, head first in the deep end, because that's the only way that you can make money. You can't just do little videos unless they're spectacular. So, so that's what I did. And then I saw that video today. Rick Mackey sent it to me like 2 hours ago, and I was like, this is I want this as like the intro to every show, because it's just nails it to. Anyway, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go here in the comments real quick. Awake but not woke. Yes, exactly. There's a difference. Tell it how it is. Yeah, I'm trying. So, what I want to do is, I got a lot of, you know, familiar faces here in the chat room. I'm going to do this real quick, just, you know, tonight. I mean, we'll do this often, because this show is going to be, you know, us. I think that's really the best way to do it. The more interactive, the better. The more opportunities where you guys can shine. Who knows? We might find, like Mr. B, you know, a diamond in the rough, and now, you know, he's got his own show and everything. Who knows? This could be your American Idol moment. You know, we might even do that one night. We might even do like a talent show and see what you got. So let me do this real quick. I'm going to copy that, and the best way, I guess, is I'm going to put it here in the chat room, and go ahead and hit that. And if you want to come on and you got something to say, as long as it's not stupid or like really mean, I mean, you can say things without being an ass about it. Not that my listeners, my people in the chat room are like that. I'm just saying in general. And also, I know a lot of people were bummed because all my shows are gone on this channel. I mean, the majority of them, most of them, they're still here. They're privatized. So as we get the ball rolling, we'll probably, you know, not re-release them, but make them public again, so that you know, anybody that's new, they want to go back and check out some amazing shows with huge people on. I mean, I look back at the shows I've done, and I'm just like, you know, like King Nee from Ghana, who was here and visiting the States, and he came and did a show with me because he was at our film festival. And so King, and then like Prince Fleet Easton, and so I got a Prince, and I got Sir Earl Toon, and I don't know any princesses, or I don't think so. Anyway, knowing royal people is fun. But we'll, you know, I'll have people on, but it's not gonna, like I said, it's not gonna be one topic. It's not gonna be one niche of the full spectrum of what's going on in this world, because we have learned, like that you heard in the message, that we were raised on lies. And I think that's why there's so many people like me and you that just want to just gobble up this knowledge, this truth. It's like it's to fill a void that was created through all the lies we were raised on. And once we realized, we were awakened, that it was all bullshit. There was some kind of agenda, or it was actually the opposite of what we were taught, or it wasn't. I mean, it just shatters the paradigm. I mean, there's a paradigm shift in your head. You're just like, what? And it's difficult, you know, with friends and family and just yourself. I mean, people that don't want to admit it to themselves are like, I just can't. That's cognitive dissonance, and you'll hear me say that a lot if you're new here. So all this is going on, and I mean, the rapture might be coming soon, any moment. Armageddon, apocalypse, whatever you want to call it. The next plague, which is already starting up. They've got the smallpox, they got that pox, and this vid and that vid. It's just gotten crazy. Let's see. Claudia's here. Welcome, Claudia. Glad to see you. It's been a while. I know. But I'm back, and I'm mad, and I'm just fed up, and I'm done with all this BS. I'm tired of it. I'm tired. Oh, we will talk about them. I know I'm late, but like I said, I've been keeping my mouth shut. But oh, do I got stuff to say? Like people that were friends telling me, no, Doc, this is what you actually saw. Okay. I love the person. Never going to make a deal out of it. They have their stance. God bless them. But never tell anybody, no, what you actually saw was, no. Do you realize that's a form of mind control and manipulation to someone? And if their mind is weak enough, they'll be like, oh yeah, you're right. They can't think for themselves. So, now, also for those that are new, I had a stroke a few years back, so I slur every now and then. I'm not drunk. I don't drink. And I do lose myself in the middle of sentences, so forgive me. But my brain, with Asperger's syndrome, my brain is like a million things all going on at once. I mean, you wouldn't believe all the stuff that inventions and, questions and physics and all that going through my head as I focus on doing this. That's my daily life. And when people like Elon Musk says, my brain is like an explosion of ideas, I so get it. I relate. Let's see here, moving along, because I want to get this, like I said, show is us, and I want to get everybody out here. Every conspiracy I bought into has come true. It's insane. We are awake. It is. They said, there's a lot of memes out there, like get yourself a good conspiracy theorist because you're going to need them to understand what's happening next. And it's true. It's not that we're all, there are people that have, psychic abilities that can see stuff or foresee stuff, or they're just really smart to see how the dominoes are going to fall. I am, amongst many other people, have that ability. And with my condition, I can really, I'm not a fortune teller. I can just tell you what's going to happen. And, I was asked the other night, actually, it was on Robert Bauer's show, the Geezer Geeks. Oh, so much fun. And, we were talking, what do we think about the event that's happening right now that had started yesterday, up in Chicago? And, each person gave their thoughts, and then it got to me, and I was like, well, I follow the Farsight Institute out of Atlanta, and they have a very, very good track record of getting stuff right in advance through remote viewing. And they had 5 people do what they call blind targets, where the remote viewer has no idea what the target is. They just given numbers, and then they describe. And then afterwards, they're told what the target was. And they say, oh, it all makes sense, Well, they did it with 5 separate remote viewers. Yeah, I think it was 5, 4 or 5. And each one of them were given, okay, here is event A, and here's event B, the RNC and the DNC. And then they were said, okay, now when you check out each one of these, what's going to be the highlight, what's going to be the most extreme moment, and all this stuff. And they said that this event was going to be really, really wild. Now, I relay that information. Does that mean I'm psychic? I can see the... No, I pay attention. I watch. I learn. I remember. I ingest as much knowledge. Dude, if you only knew, people that have addictions, I have my addiction to learning is off the charts. Of course, I didn't have that when I was a kid because everything was just boring at me. It was slow. But then when I got out and I could start researching things of my interest, I've just never been able to stop. And it blows, like my mom was, she goes, I don't know how you know all this stuff. I said, I don't either. It's all in there. And I'm that guy at a party that just always has just left turn facts and subject matter. And people would never expect, everybody's talking about this and that, and then I come in, big, it just blow their minds. And to me, that's normal. But to everybody else, I'm like, dude, you're like Rain Man, stop. It's like, so anyway, moving on. Paul Marsh says the awakening is happening. It is. It's my buddy Paul. Me too. Tired of all the BS. Yes, Claudia. Absolutely. I'll be coming, Doc. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll have you on. Absolutely. Sounds like the doctor as Stephen Renee. Sounds like doctor as Edward. Is that okay? I doctor as Stephen Renee Rees. Oh, anyway, brother, you lost me on that one. Sorry. Where I found you. Hey, Jennifer, how are you? Welcome to the show. First night back in what, almost over a year? And I was done. I mean, folks, I was done. I was like, okay, I'm just going to write my scripts, get my movies made. I'm going to be working on other projects, just live a little, try to make some money because I'm not. The only thing keeping me afloat is my Bichons breeding thing, my AKC dogs. And that's even been hard, especially with all the gas prices going up and everything's just so damn expensive. Dude, I can't go into Wally World or Home Depot, and get like 6 little things without it being over $100. It's like, are we at pesos yet? I mean, I know what's going on. And the people that are awake know what's going on. The woke, no clue. But it is interesting. Oh, I will say this. Because of what the remote viewer said, look at what happened last night. It's on, but I don't see what's going on outside, which is what the remote viewers were viewing. They were like seeing what the crowds were doing and everything. And it's supposed to get really nuts. But here's the thing. There is no MAGA there. There's no Republicans there. It was Democrat. This was early today. It was Democrats against Democrats. They were fighting. Because most of them were like, I'm not voting for who I'm being told to vote for, blah, 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 blah. I mean, we will see. We will see. I was gonna broadcast live and do all that stuff, but I just wanted to get my toes in the water and go from there. Best phone conversations ever. That must have been from something I said earlier. We got to get Heidi on. She's got a great show. Jennifer says, saw you at Geezer's. Hi. Oh, yeah, that was, Geezer Geeks is fun with Robert Edwards. I'm sorry. Sorry. The professor. You got Jim Goodall. You've got Mr. B. You got Clay, which, by the way, if you watch the show, Clay, who's on that show, he has got a song and a video. And holy shit, this is going to be the next big song for like the people. I am very picky with stuff. I mean, used to be a manager and agent, so I'm very, very selective. I can kind of foreshadow the future. Is it going to be worth investing the time on? This song, holy crap! I'm going to be promoting it. I just got to make sure I got the rights so that YouTube don't give me no grief or Facebook gives me no grief. And I'm going to play that shit. We're going to make it huge. I'm going to get it on TikTok and whatnot. Let's see here. There he was there. There he is, Professor Robert Bauer. I was just talking about you, dude. I hope you saw it. Just let you know. I was talking about you, talking about Geezer Geeks. And yeah. So once again, I appreciate Mr. B's $20 earlier on YouTube. Let's just remember, use this right here. Or you can go to PayPal. It's 1028 Productions and Entertainment, LLC. So it's easier just to take a picture of that. We already got our first guest. Check it out, ladies and gentlemen. From Australia, Mr. B. How you doing, sir?
All good, Doc. How are you going, buddy?
I'm mad. I'm angry. I'm a proud, angry patriot.
Actually, I have a hat inside. Oh, I'll have to dig it out. It's got, I'm a grumpy old man. My wife got it for me some time back. And a cut.
Nice.
Yes, mate. We all have something to be grumpy about, don't we? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I mean, look, I'm totally lost it with ufology these days. It's so full of BS. It really is. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm just sick of it. It really is. It's the same story just being hashed over and hashed over. And it's like, and these documentaries they keep coming out, it's the same shit in a different order, with different narratives. You know?
Yeah, it's just like copycats. But there are some out there that are really, really good. And not just because I worked on them, but the movies with the Cousins brothers.
Oh, brilliant.
You know, Above Top Secret. Oh, crap, I just went blank on them. We had 4 of them. Who Saw the Men in Black? They were documentaries that didn't regurgitate the stuff that everybody's already heard. It was all new stuff, you know, right off the press, or you know, just spoken for the first time on their films, and those are good. And there's others out there that are okay. It's just it's becoming a joke. For example, 2 nights ago, and I even sent this video to the Cousins brothers because it looked really great. And it's the Maui video that's been going around the past 40 hours, showing the row of beautiful color lights, and you know it's above this pier of boats and stuff, and then way off in the back, it starts to tilt and come down. And I was I'm thinking this has got to be drones, but people thought, well, damn, this is good, this is the real stuff. The next night, last night, people saw it again, but this time there was 4 or 5 rows, and they went over the water, and you can hear the people like, oh my God, oh my God. All of a sudden they black out, except for 4 red ones. And then all of a sudden they turn on again, and it's a gigantic drone billboard saying aloha.
Yeah, yeah.
Now for 48 hours, I don't see aloha in your contract. I wasn't talking to you, Siri. My watch went off. You know, it's gotten to the point to where CGI is too good with the Unreal Engine. You have the drones that can do some amazing things and do great distance, and if you got the money, you can have enough to really just do on a show. But the fact that Disney and all these 4th of Julys and everything, everybody's doing it, it's already getting a little passé, you know? The world record is like 2,000 or 19,999 drones that won the Guinness Book World Records. I have just lost all excitement for it now. Even the Vegas alien. God, I wanted to come on and talk about that. I mean, just so many things. The mall in Miami.
Yeah.
But I mean, stuff like that though. When you got hundreds or thousands of people that are hauling ass, you've got every freaking police officer in the whole city and surrounding areas, and one location, and they're trailing the God damn it, the airways above Miami, where FAA shut it down, all because some kids got into a fight in the mall. I mean, those stories, I'm like, okay, there might be some substance here, but it's just like, I got other stuff to do.
It gets to a point, Doc. It gets to a point, doesn't it? When you really want a copper, you can't get one.
Yeah, it's like a movie star or a rock star. You know, they finally reached that pinnacle. It's like you can't go any higher. And the one thing that just makes my skin crawl is people going, "Are we still alone?" It's like, dude, they were always fucking here. They've been here. There's so much freaking evidence. There's so many movies. There's so many documentaries. There's so many eyewitness videos. And people still go, I don't believe. I've never. Well, you're a fucking moron. And I'm just sick and tired of people like that constantly just willfully being ignorant and stupid. By the way, this show is rated R. So if you don't like it, whatever.
It's the only way to be. Be authentic.
It's called Scroll By. And that's the other thing. What the hell is wrong with society where people just have to get into fucking battles online? I think that should be illegal. If you want to have a battle online, fuck yeah, we're going to do a battle royale. We're going to get in the ring. We're gonna
I
put
love
you in the
trolls.
ring. All the trolls, dude. I think if I was fucking running the world, I would have a coliseum and all the lions and everything. And it wouldn't be slaves. No, fuck them. They're getting a raise. It's all the fucking trolls. Just throw them all in there and let it fucking entertain everybody. But I'm
Quite
tired.
amusing.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
Fucking people.
Hey,
Anyway.
I'm here for the fun of it, mate.
Well, yeah, I'm here to have fun too, but I'm having a pissed off fun. Let's see. So Jennifer loves Mr. B. Paul's here. Hey, Paul, welcome to the show. Hey, oh Terry, hello. We got Paul
Hello,
here. Hello.
Hello, Polly.
So anyway, I got a lot of catching up to do, and there's just so much that I've just seen that, I mean, the willful lying, the stealing of, if words can physically harm somebody because, I'm just shattered. But yeah, you can turn around and steal other people's words and use them as your own, like campaign speeches or promises. I mean, this isn't about fucking Republicans or Democrats or independents. It's about good and fucking evil. Period. Down the bottom, even beyond money, it's good and evil. That's where we're at.
Right and wrong. That's right.
Yeah, and most of these people don't understand between right and wrong. It's all about themselves. It's all about their agendas, and not. No one truly cares about people anymore. They just say it so they look good with their marching signs. Look, if all you motherfuckers want to march over in Israel or Palestine, get on a fucking plane and go over there. What the fuck is you walking around with sticks over here going to do over there? Because we already know fucking politicians don't give a shit what we say. They're going to do whatever they want. Ooh, did I mention I'm a angry, grumpy old man today? And
they forget public servants, don't they? They totally forget they're public servants. They're there to serve us. We're not there to we're not sheeple anymore.
They don't even come in truly wanting to be there for the people. They're there for the photo ops and the paychecks and the protection because they know they'll get it. As long as they go along with the game and they do what they're told, am I the only one who notices that when you hear all this consistent rhetoric, speeches and interviews and politicians, they always seem to say the same exact words, the same exact phrases for the same amount of period of time, whether it's a week or a month, they do it. And then they all trade to another statement or a phrase or a word, and they just push it and push it and push it. Why? Because when Obama was in office, he made it so that all, except for all of us independents, I'm talking the corporate people, the corporate news media, magazines, and all, control it so that all their stories have to go through the White House before they're sent to the Associated Press. From the Associated Press, it's distributed to all the stations throughout the country. Hence why when you watch a news show, a news show, station, whatever it is, you're watching the news, and you're in the morning and you're over in, let's say, New York, right? You watch the news at the airport, you hear the big story of what's going on, and you hear those catchphrases. And if you're smart, if you're awake, you will hear them, and they abuse the hell out of these catchphrases or trigger words, whatever you want. And it's so manipulative. But they do all that so that they can control the masses because they know the narrative is the same everywhere, except on TikTok and YouTube and places where we're getting what we want out there. And they don't like it. They don't like the fact that people at the pew pew with our former head guy. See, this sucks. I got to do stupid little childish wordplay so that we can. I mean, this is my first show. God knows, I'm probably gonna get a flag on my first show. That would be my. That's just.
Mate, that's the trouble. Look, even with most politicians, I mean, on a global sense, I mean, they all have their little agendas, but they're just flying different banners. But the people underneath, what I call the cabal or the whatever you want to call them, they've got one agenda, and these puppeteers dance their tune. That's my personal opinion, and and I don't give a rat's ass what they think about us. I mean, a war can break out tomorrow. They send everybody's sons and daughters to war, but they're sitting in their nice leather couch there, sucking back French champagne, saying, "Oh, how are the statistics? Today, Yeah. What's on telly tonight? They don't want to talk. I mean, they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit about you. They don't give a shit about me. At the end of the day, and it's sad. It's sad.
And what is so numbing is that you hear all this stuff that they say, and it's like, it's the biggest form of gaslighting, which is another trigger word that just has recently been created. But I mean, it has a true meaning. Like a man abusing a woman, he's gonna gaslight her, so she thinks it's her fault, right? So the person's gonna sit there and accuse you of the things they're doing, and that's all I'm hearing. That's all I'm hearing on TV, and I'm just flabbergasted. And then I'm like, she was never elected. And if she has to be elected president to get things done, that she's saying, I'll get that done. Why the fuck haven't you been doing it these past 3.5 years? You had that ability.
Hey, who knows? She could have been doing it for the last 3.5 years. Her shit. And Biden was just a puppet. That's all he was. Yeah. Because we know he wasn't coherent. So somebody had to be running the show. So what shit you've got there now, it's all thanks to the party, Hey!
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Professor Robert Bauer is in the house. And we're talking dark, nasty shit. We're not doing...
I got an alert on my phone that somebody needed a medic.
We're pooping it, mate. We're pooping it.
So I thought I'd answer the call to see what's up, and it's like, no, they just need medication. But
hey, by the way, Doc, Robert's good at throwing turds on the table, mate. He's good. He's brilliant at throwing turds on the table.
You know what I wish we had right now? I wish we had the Willy Wonka TV. We could transport a candy bar over seas.
Oh yeah.
But I don't want a candy bar. Because Papa Doc is out. So if you want, please wait that way. Yeah, that little PayPal right there, not the YouTube, PayPal. Yeah, just clip on that little if you want to see this show continue, because it's got. I mean, and I was always very deterrent of wanting to go, hey, I need to raise some money for Fly, my movie and all that stuff. I hated it, but now I'm like, look, if I do this full time, 2 to 4 hours a night, if whatever happens, then I everybody else is getting paid, so why not jump on the bandwagon? So yeah, if you guys can support, because I would hate to do it for like a month and they take the house. That would suck.
Well, so the whole thing, Doc, I think from my perspective about what you're talking about is being able to get compensation for the effort you put into content creation.
Yeah, which I've done for years, and I 8 years, I think I probably did $300 total,
yeah.
And that came from Patreon. That wasn't from YouTube.
So not only have the algorithms changed within YouTube for monetization, at least twice in the last year that I know of. Mm-hmm. Hey, Polly. There's also a whole nother realm of revenue generation and ergo compensation for the content that you make. There's affiliates, there's campaigns, there's ads, there's all these things, because believe it or not, and I have to believe it because, next to Google, or no, YouTube is the world's largest search engine, only followed by Google, which has been exposed many times and lost its ass in court for its monopolistic, corporatist nonsense of owning access to everything.
You just love using big words, don't you?
Well, sometimes I feel they're a little more descriptive.
No, they are. They are.
That's why we call him golden tonsils. The golden tonsils.
I just use curse words. You can use it for anything.
It's a thought stream, which, by the way, is my hat for my Mind Treks channel on YouTube.
See, everybody's trying to make money.
And these hats, and much more other merch. Say that 5 times. Will be available soon for including the Geezer Geeks and all the other shit that we're doing. But that was my point, Doc, is that the idea of being able to get some kind of compensation for the effort you put into creating something, that model is morphing big time.
Yeah.
The opportunities are all over the place. Rumble's doing this new thing where right now they have campaigns, but they're changing that next year to what they call racks. So it's like, do you have a nice rack? Well, what's in your rack? Well, it's the number of sponsors and people that you endorse, and what you do is you read a little blurb somewhere in the middle of your show, and then they pay you for the number of people that are actually watching it when you do that ad.
See, I need somebody to do all that so I can just sit here
and make
in front of
shit.
the mic, do my thing, and they worry
right.
about, because with my Asperger's, like contracts, money, Las Vegas it's just all too overstimulating for me. It's
very much.
Yeah. So if somebody wants to come on board and help me out with that, that'd be great. Because I'm just capable of just this so far.
Well, you on the geezers, and I think we did. I don't know if I released a short or a clip on it yet, but during our show Saturday night, Clay dropped some of his stuff that he's been making. I did some of mine.
I talked about that earlier in the show. In that song, I really want to start playing it.
Excellent. Yeah, but yeah, I really enjoyed the fact that you hadn't seen or heard any of this shit, and you didn't know who Clay was. You knew who I was. You're like, well, he's a fucking wanker. Let's see what he does. and the next thing you know, you're looking at it and you're going, that's some really good shit. Now I'm really pissed.
Mm. Well, it's like the show Supernatural. I didn't watch it for years, but then I just finished watching 15 seasons. By the way, for those that know, pudding. If you've seen the show, you know what I'm talking about. God, I love that show. I want to be Dean Winchester so bad. I gotta even have the damn jacket I was gonna wear tonight, but it's hot and sticky down. We've had a lot of rain today, so. I put it on for like 5 minutes before we started the show. I was like, oh, I can't look that cool.
So you covered that at the beginning of the show. I'm sorry I was late because I was on other stuff, but I'm glad I was able to jump in when I did. What is I saw Grumpy Old Man in your subtitle, right? And I heard as I was coming by going, I got to check my speakers. Because you were animated, crank. I'm going. He's got to be peaking that mic over there. I'm afraid to turn this thing on. What were you talking about that got you all worked up? You were pissed about something.
It's a state of ufology and everything else.
Everything. It's everything. Okay.
Everything going on. Because you have to. I have been silent for a year, so it was like a big vomit.
So you had to get that out.
And I still haven't got it. I'm going to puke again in a little while. I got the Olympics. I got the mall fucking aliens. And like it said in the beginning, which you didn't hear because you were late to class, was that I'm not doing that shit anymore. We're not going to. I'm leaving it to my brothers, the cousins' brothers, Rich over at GoFund, Paula, and Brooks. There doesn't need to be so many of us on the block. So I'm going to be the grumpy old fucker that calls all the younger kids dumbass. And I'm going to say, you're an idiot or whatever. And we're going to straight. It's basically going to be a goddamn spiritual audio bitch slap.
Robert, doesn't he sound like one of the geezer geeks?
Well, he is because he
Yes.
was.
But I'm like
Yeah.
one of the gangster ones. I'm like, I'll
No,
fuck you up.
He is one of us, the geezer geeks. You know,
So I know that two of Clay's. Well, we played the audio, the sound, the songs that we did for Heidi and for Pixie, and hey, there he is.
Yeah, I'm just
There's
playing
the man
catch up while you
himself.
talk. Yeah.
G's
Is
in
that
the
Clay?
house. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, Clay, God, send me the song so I can start playing. Give me the rights so that they don't flag me, and I'll play that stuff every night and get it on TikTok and whatnot. And we'll have everybody using it for their little what's the word I'm looking for?
Yeah, all their little promos, intros, outros, trailers, and
you
all
know,
that.
Gerald.
shit.
I mean,
The thing about Clay and I were talking about it yesterday, and I told him just make sure you tag the MP3s, get all your shit into. And G and I were talking about that earlier tonight because he's doing his stuff on Buzzsprout and Spotify. And on Buzzsprout, he can go out to all the other channels, iHeart and iTunes and all that shit. But this is something for everybody anybody who's producing and publishing anything, make sure you do your MP3 tags. And those are all the data files, all the description of who wrote it, where it was produced, the date it was released. And there's even links for images and for websites. So if you're putting out audio content to any platform, make sure you do your tags. And it's a little bit of work, but once you get it done, it's going to cover your ass later on down the road.
Yeah, artists and photographers do the same thing with the metadata, so that it's kind of a way of putting your little tattoo or your little serial number on there that it's yours. Yeah, a lot of people here. This is awesome. This is awesome. This is a great first night, and I'm sure other people will probably pop in here a little later. Let's see, Prince Edward says, I've never knew about Geezer Geeks, so I subscribed and we'll check it. Yeah, check out their shows.
Sweet.
Definitely. Got
Thank
some
you
great
very
guests.
much.
Yeah. So, anyway.
So
there's this-
do you feel like you got it off your chest?
Oh, fuck no. I got a lot
Okay,
on
so
my chest.
this is just a preamble. It's not even a part one. It's just a setup.
It's like a lick on the Tootsie Roll pop.
Just get in the face.
Day 4 is when the shit really hits. You know, when you get to the center of the Tootsie Roll pop. It's like 1, 2. Anyway, but my goal is I do have somebody looking at me for a possible job that would be a certain night or certain nights a week. I don't know yet. Got to have a sit down interview kind of thing. But my goal is 5 nights a week, and hit it hard and long, and just try to make some bucks. Like did I mention that thing over there by his head?
Yeah, see that over there?
Okay, yeah. Just click. Yeah, we did fine.
If you click on B's face, hopefully it'll go away. Try that first.
Yeah, and it will say 1028 Productions. If you go to my YouTube page, and you know it's 1028 Productions and Entertainment LLC. So, and I appreciate it. I hate it. I was raised never to ask for money, never beg for money, never. You have to work at it, you know. Don't get food stamps, because there's people worse off than you. I've always been that way, and I don't want to stand on a street corner. So I figured, fuck, we'll do it this way. It'll be a lot more fun.
Brother, there are more ways to make side hustle coinage than ever before.
Yeah, but the street value of meth has gone down though.
Why? That's why, because everybody's staying at home making their own.
They all got the ingredients from Breaking Bad.
Yeah, I mean,
they're like, if you watch enough episodes, they don't tell you all of it together. But in different episodes, there's part A and part B. You put those together.
Yeah. You know, I used to love sniffing coke, but unfortunately, the bubbles get up. The bubbles play hell on my eyes.
You are lucky there's a fucking trash can right there.
No, I'm talking about Coca-Cola, mate.
There's something about, aside from it's not just wrong, because I too have done my share of the golden Peruvian luscious Wait a minute, I'm getting a little too
I don't
descriptive.
know. You're talking about stuff my loan officer said no to.
So, but your point is that being able to do any of those things, and this is one of the rants that I occasionally, it's usually Jim that pushes my cannabis button, and we go on about all this bullshit that the government, because that's where it comes from, because we keep talking about how if you believe anything that anybody is telling you, especially from the government or the news, then you are screwed. You are not getting anywhere near the shit that's available, and that you can prosper from by figuring out how to fuck with it, because it's fucking with you. It's come to fuck with you, and the only option is to fuck back. I am bringing back the fuck back, and I think that is what we really need.
Yeah, let's have a bit
I'm
of
bringing fucking back. Oh, would you like to screw me in the back? I mean,
Pardon? Hello?
Are you guys with me? Can we get something going here? And I think that if there is some kind of consensus, or at least some popular appeal, it goes back to your point about what you were saying, Doc, about you were raised not to ever ask for help, not to ask for money and all that stuff. I kind of reframed that, and I said I need to be able to ask for some help. And if I have something that I think could benefit the many with the support of the few, so that people would say, hey, do you think this kind of makes sense? Do you want to support more of this kind of content? Then you have the option to do so. And the ways in which to do that are they're all over the fucking place now. But let's bring the fuck back, right?
And that's got to be a new T-shirt. I'm bringing fucking back. It's so sexy with the all about.
G'day, Polly. G'day, Ange. How are you? Hey, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. Tickle that little fella down there. Doc would appreciate it. You've got to tickle it, the like, and subscribe. Definitely.
Whatever tickles your pickle.
Tickle the pickle. Right. That's the other shirt. Tickle the pickle.
And your pickle will tickle.
Dude, that shit will sell. We could probably make some money off those two shirts.
Dude, I'm thinking.
If anybody wants to help us out with that. Yeah, like I said, I just want to talk on the mic. You guys do all the marketing stuff. Send me a percentage check, and I'll be happy.
That's right.
Give me a piece of whatever you get.
Dude, I saw what we showed. Got to redo that song. I'm bringing fucking back. That should have been the original lyrics. So, anyway, not happy. We're angry. We're grumpy old men tonight. I'm pissed. The world's all fucked in hell.
And it's going to get worse, Doc, because look, the way AI is going, the way this, what they call this bullshit AI, we call it artificial intelligence, but Robert will tell you all about this stuff.
There's another night.
I mean, you're not going to believe what you see in the future may not be real.
Oh, dude, it's what we're seeing right now. You can't, because with all of the Unreal Engine graphics that are out there, you can't tell if it's a real city and car or not, or like the one UFO video where it's in a truck and it's going down the dirt road in the forest in the night and you see this big TR-3B, and all of us were like, that's gotta be real. It looks so fucking good. And then, we find out the guy that made it's like, no, I did it with the Unreal Engine. And that was one of the older versions. Now it's got this, and then you have the AI. I have AI. On Artlist.io, I can sit there, type whatever I want, and have a guy or girl, and it's not that robotic shit. It sounds like Morgan Freeman or whatever, and they put that in with the AI face lip syncing with it, and you're sitting there and you're watching Joe Rogan and Elon Musk are some of the big ones that everybody uses, and they're sitting there talking about something very serious. And then all of a sudden, you're like, okay, this is news. I want to listen. And then they say, oh, but if you want to, you got to get cryptocurrency. And then it's a fucking ad.
Yeah.
Now, granted, when it first came out, I was one of the first people to use Parakeet, which Elon Musk, he created this little app. I had one of his guys do it. It was only 2 or 3 little things on there. And I did it. I did it with Joe Rogan. I did it with Trump. And I did it with Elon Musk. And it was awesome. But then, everybody found it. Kind of like when Mr. B found Face Swap after I kept it quiet during COVID for like 9 months. Everybody thought I was fucking George Lucas because I was putting myself in all these movies. And then Mr. B gets it. Of course, he doesn't purchase it, so it has the watermark. Everybody.
Yeah, I know.
No,
Blabbermouth. My mum used to call me a blabbermouth when I was younger. I thought, oh, calm down a bit now, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
No, so it was all about that damn watermark. So,
Do you know how I got the name Mr. B?
go for it. Tell us. Tell the world.
Well, when I was a young fella, everybody used to call my mother Mrs. B, right? That's number one. But every time my eldest brother got into trouble, she'll call him by his name. When my middle brother, Paul, got into trouble, they called him by his middle name. But every time I got into trouble, I was called you little bastard. I knew it was me. So the B stuck with me most of my life, actually.
Yeah, it was a long period. I thought my name was Little Shit.
That's right.
Or
Mine for a long time was "Hey you."
Yeah. And what was it? Eddie Murphy. He was like, for the longest time, I thought my name was Goddamn God damn it, get in here. Anyway, yeah, that was when comedy was real comedy, and that's the other thing. I just we lived for thousands of years before woke existed. I think we can refer back. I really do. Or if we get a nice flare or EMP, right back to Little House on the Prairie. Why not? I'm good. Let's do it. I mean, technology is amazing. It has its benefits, but it's scary as fuck at the same time.
Well, I got something to say about that.
Oh, I did kind of put my foot. All right, go for it.
You didn't push the button; you stepped on it.
All right, go for it.
All right. So I'm trying to hone this down. I'm trying to get it down to where it's consumable, bite-sized, short and sweet, and concise and precise, and all that shit. However, English is my second language. So yeah, right. So here it is. This technology shit that is going on is being portrayed as something it is not. And that not is a whole bunch of shit that's been carefully crafted and curated to confuse the conversation and the consciousness of the people, of the carbon units. So all of it, and this applies to everything like I was saying a minute ago. If you believe anything coming out of any kind of officialdom, authoritative, administrative, management responsibility, whatever the fuck it is, the whole thing that our legal system is based on is innocent until proven guilty. That is the standard across regardless of the circumstances of the crime. You start there and then you work your way in. Well, in my opinion, all of this authoritative bullshit, this legacy systems media mockingbird bullshit that comes out of people who are running and trying to control the sleeple, because they're not sheep. They're sleeping. Mm-hmm. So there's a great.
They want to take that blue pill or red pill, whatever one it was.
That's the moment.
And eat the steak, even though they know the steak isn't real, like it is right now, or it's fake meat, or it's glue. I posted this video of how they use meat glue, and I was just like, I'm just gonna drink water until I die. I don't want to ingest anything anymore because you just don't know what it is. I got a steak one time. And I put some Worcestershire sauce on it, and all these worms started coming out, little maggots. I took it in a Ziploc right back to the store. I was like, do something. And of course, they're not going to do anything. And so I'm afraid to eat most of the stuff I see.
Well, and that fear is justified because one of the other things that, again, to my point, I'm trying to keep it short, so stop me when I ramble. This whole idea of everything is bullshit is the core thing that you have to start all of your filter mechanisms from. Mm-hmm. Hey, Karen, if you don't start with a finely tuned bullshit meter, right now they have to be recalibrated because the normal bullshit meter, has only got so much tolerance and capability. But those have been pegged for so long that they broke. So you need a new meter. The meter's got to have much more sensitivity. And if you get one of the new advanced 3D models, you can actually filter the bullshit. You can dial in, don't want any of this. You hear anything from over this? Keep that out of my feed. Give me this, focus this, and focus that. Well, all of that data is digital. Everything is coming to us. 90+% of everything that we encounter is digital information. It comes from digital. It's translated, transferred, and transmitted in digital format. That's why we walk around with these digital uniblabs, which is like you can do whatever the hell you want. You have access to just about anything you want, and it's just getting started.
Yeah.
Because the content that's coming is going to be even more intense than what we're seeing right now. The knowledge explosion, the knowledge
Well,
apocalypse is happening.
let
So
me ask you this.
they're trying to sequester that. I'll tie this up.
Okay.
They're trying to sequester that explosion of knowledge and information by dumping this AI narrative that is full of bullshit. It's FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. It's done on purpose, and it's bullshit. It can have little morphic things. It can imitate things, but it will never have. We'll never have a HAL 9000 Terminator singularity. Not going to happen. Not with this physics. Now, if our cosmic cousins drop some other new physics on us, that could be a whole different story. But right now, with what we got and what these guys are doing, great upgrade to expert systems. But all of your marketing is, as usual, complete bullshit. That's my opinion. So this whole fear stuff, AI is going to take my job. Well, no, what AI is going to do, and it already has demonstrated that in all of the expert systems that it has morphed into, whether it's images, music, video, whatever, 3D printing even. 3D printing, nobody talks about, but that's going to be huge. But what do these things do? They're designed to do a certain task with as much efficiency as possible. That's all they do. That's why you have all these different delineations of them. There is no one AI. There can't be one AI. Because at a minimum, if the dark factions decided to rise a whole bunch of a bot army and become hemorrhoids and just try to infect everything, there'll be a whole bunch of other ones over here creating AIs, bots to go after and kill them.
And it'll be programmed, and that would be programmed.
The AI wars are just beginning.
Yep.
So it is something to actually be, as a concept, and its potential to be embraced, because it will be used and necessary after this dumpster fire train wreck shit that we're going through right now finally settles down, which I think is going to be within, I don't know, optimistically, the next 6 months. I think they're going to be completely different, or at least the sense of the transition and transformation to something completely different will be palpable. It'll be something that people will feel all over the place. They're starting to go, aha, this is starting to look good. And when that happens, then the individual ingenuity, the innovation, the creativity, and all of the individual stuff like what we're doing right now will begin to explode, because there will be so much positive curiosity, creativity, and all of the energy put into that going on around the world. The people, it'll feel kind of like new agey.
Yeah. Well, what I was going to mention was, on the show the other night that you had me on, you were asking about the event that's going on right now, and it hadn't started yet. It was the day before,
right?
And I said there's going to be issues in the streets, and lo and behold, today there was huge issues in the streets. Mm-hmm. And it was not MAGA. There was no MAGA there. There was no Republicans there. Mm-mm. It was only Democrats against Democrats that were having issues and fighting, and with the rioting that was going. The big thing will probably be the following day. But and I said in the beginning, I said, I am not a psychic. I'm not a fortune teller. I just foresee things, and I see how the dominoes are going to fall. That doesn't make me psychic. It makes me aware and paying attention to what's going on and figuring out how everything is connected.
It's what we call pattern recognition and trends analysis.
That, if you want to have it a more sexy way of saying it, yes.
Well, well, it's the metrics and the matrix.
He told you.
Yeah, the thing is that it's how we language is the operating system of the mind. And when you realize that, then you think about what is language and all the words and how the letters and the words and the sentences are constructed, which go into thoughts and ideas and all the other things that language is used to describe our reality. Well, if you have, depending on your language, if it is of a certain perspective of when you see certain things, I use the example of the term or the word student. In the United States, student is meant as someone who is in study of something, right? You're studying something, therefore you are a student. You're dented by your stew, which is really kind of what's happened over the last 30, 40 years.
You're going overboard with the diagramming.
I was trying to illustrate my point.
I was like, but that was my big word. Diagramming. Diagramming. That's a big word.
Hey, I got a Venn for you.
Here we
You
go.
like Venns? I got some Venns.
Go on.
But my point is that it had something to do with what we were talking about. And I think, Doc, if you remember what we were talking about, you might be able to tag me to tell me what we were talking about.
Dude, I've spent 4 minutes when you said, hold on, let me finish, because I had a thought. Then 4 minutes, I'm sitting here going, what the fuck were we going to say?
It's gone. It's gone.
Because you just kept going. I'm like, oh, he's good. I am so not going to remember this.
I told you stepped on the button when you should have just pushed it.
Hey, I love you, baby. Oh, my shitty. I love you. Yeah, Mike.
I don't know what that is. Yeah, okay.
Anyway.
B's having a moment there. Yeah. I don't know what that was.
No, you love your microphone. No, that's what I'm saying. Hey,
Well, you don't need to lean in, B, when you talk to it, because you're just as
Yes, I
loud
do.
and obnoxious when you're leaning back in your chair as you are when you get your face on the mic.
That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
Hey, we call it like it is.
Oh, thank you, mate. I love you too. Really do, mate. Oh, that's great.
Should I just leave you guys alone?
No, we do this all the time.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
And hey, real quick, go ahead and do the shameless self promotions of both of your channels.
Yeah, I'm Mr. B from Mr. B and Friends Truth Seekers. I haven't done a show much lately, but I have been pumping out some AI, what they call documentaries, short ones. But hey, it's been fun, Sometimes, as Doc understands, it's doing a podcast sometimes can be frustrating. It really is, because it's the same spiel over and over and over again, and sometimes you really want to talk about something that you're kind of, and it's difficult to doing it by itself. It's like talking to a brick wall. They say speaking to yourself is a sign of madness. Well, I'm fucking crazy.
Well, if I want expert opinions, I just talk to myself.
Yes,
I was about to drop the same. I mean, when I
myself and I have great views.
Yeah. When I need expert advice, I talk to myself and say, "What's up?"
Mm-hmm.
I mean, then we all do that, but the problem is, too many of us have been, that part of us has been squelched. It's like, well, wait a minute, you can't think about things for yourself. Here's what you think of what you should think about these things, not how to think about them. Because if you had to think about them, or you go about how to think when you think about them, then you look at that shit and you go, well, that shit is not worth thinking about.
Yeah. But may I please state, I'm also a proud associate of Geezer Geeks.
Yes.
Yes. You are a regular member of the Geezer Geeks. Are you done plugging your stuff
totally.
Dude, this professor's like itching. He's good. Oh, I gotta let them know.
I know. You can't.
Hey, you do. Hey, I'm gonna download that video while you do your.
Well, you know
commercial.
what? While you do that, I was going to share the intro video to the Geezer Geeks. So
wait. Hold on. Hey, Clay, I got the MP3. Do you have the video? That's what that's what I was going to show tonight. If you could zap me over the video for the Fallen, that would be fantastic. Thank you. All right, I just wanted to get that out of the way for you.
Sweet.
Went and did your thing.
So let me see if I can dig this up here. It's somewhere right in here where it's supposed to be. And do some of that magic. Go down here and click on that. You know what I'm talking about, right?
What, me?
Click, you
what
know
am
what
I
it
clicking
is,
on?
Buck? Going down there and clicking on that.
Well, it's been a long time since I've clicked on something. But
Click on this.
yeah, no, I was trying to do this other thing for the while you do your spiel. That's what I was saying.
Here we go. Yep, I'm going to share the Giza Geeks intro with all the information you need right now, and it is expanding, and there is Geezer gear coming, so you stay tuned for that. But let's see here. That is it a video file? Yep. Oh, let me draw it this way. Hold on. Share screen. I hear a little bit of an echo. Do you guys hear that?
Just slightly.
Someone says that you two have echo, but
Yeah.
I only hear B, but let's see.
well, I'm not saying anything. That's why.
All right.
Yeah, I need that video, Clay, if you wouldn't mind.
Okay, so everybody see the screen now? That thing finally showed up.
Oh, am I supposed to? You
got to allow it to share, I guess.
Yeah. I didn't know what you're doing there. Okay, there you go.
All right.
What is this we're watching?
This is the Geezer Geek intro promo.
Ah, yes.
So this is the one that it was all by Mr. Claymation. Give me a 5x on the volume.
Volume's good.
There's a group that stands out, the Jesus Geeks team, with their seasoned minds and their tech-savvy ways. They navigate the world in the modern day age. Jesus Geeks, they're the ones to see, with their win the way, so they'll make you think. From buzz to facts, they got the scoop. Jesus Geeks still keep you in the loop. Jesus Geeks with their minds so keen, their voices of reason in the digital street. From voice to voice, they spread their creed. Jesus Geeks fulfilling every geeky need.
Thanks, Clay. Where is the echo cancellation?
In the settings.
It's on.
Geezer Geeks are so great, really are making podcasts great again. I only listen to them.
Very nice. and you did the music too, which is awesome. Same Mr. B. It's like you got your own personal song. This video is too large for me to upload to StreamYard, so I'm gonna have to do a little screen share myself, and you have to let me know if this sounds okay. If there's things, so prepare yourself, folks. I don't know if anybody's heard this before, but oh wait, I don't need to go there. I need to go. Oh yeah, I do need to do that. It's been a minute since I've done this, folks. Sorry. Here we go. Breaking.
It's like riding a bike.
Here we go. Can you guys hear it?
Yes.
Can you? Okay. Check this shit out, folks.
Where we march, where we stand, voices rising, demanding justice hand in hand. No more silence, no more fear in the night. We're united, together we fight. Tired of the tears, tired of the pain. We won't let their violence be in vain.
For justice, for peace, for the brave and bold. We'll keep fighting till the story's told.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
How do I get out of that? Here we go. Remove studio. Whew. It gave me a little bit of a workout, a little chair exercise.
Yeah, you like that.
Yeah, with permission, I'm going to get that shit out there. We're going to make it like that song that came out last year with a girl talking about, we've fallen from God and we're dancing with the devil and all that. You heard it all in the streets when they were marching. This, oh my God, dude. I fucking love that song. What do you guys think? Tell us what you think in the chats. We'll pull you up real quick.
Doc, can you do a poll in StreamYard? Or is it on YouTube?
No, there's nothing here for a poll that I see. Yeah, no, I don't see anything that does a poll. There's banners, there's branding.
Should be down at the bottom of the chat, and it's like a little plus sign with a circle around it.
In the chat.
Yeah, down at the bottom of the chat where you would type in a comment.
Uh-huh.
And then next to that, there should be a plus sign with a circle around it. And that is, you click on that, and that's where you can start a poll.
Well, that's nice. My Grammarly is kind of taken over. Let me make sure. Nope. I want to. My little Grammarly button is covering it up, if that's what it is, and it won't let me move it. Okay, off. God damn it! Here, let me just do this. Move this over. Oh, it's gonna keep that damn Grammarly thing right there in the corner. It's not. I don't see anything.
It's not letting you do it, huh?
No, you do it. If you can do it, do it.
No, you have to be an admin on your channel to do it.
Oh God, don't even ask me about that.
Yeah, I know.
What the fuck to do with that? I was able to find the play button or the go live button. That was a big deal. Nowadays, just go into another room. And if I remember what the hell I'm doing, I'm having a lucky day.
Well.
Oh yeah, no polls in StreamYard. It was no,
but you should be able to do it from your YouTube channel, not from StreamYard.
Well, I'm not in the YouTube because I can't have too many things open or it crashes.
Okay.
So I don't have it that good.
Yeah.
Let's no polls. So we got that. That song was rad. Only on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah. So come on, folks, chirp in here. Did you like that whole thing? Did it resonate with you at all? Did it make you feel like that's kind of what I feel like?
I'm sweating.
I mean, we know Doc had an existential experience with it. He got up and the spirit was moving his ass.
Yeah,
could have been you could have been in a Pentecostal church. And
don't you just hate it, guys, when you know you got your files there, but you can't find the one you want to get?
Hey, Mr. B, can you do me a favor?
Yeah,
could you turn your mic down?
Yeah, you don't need to. Stay right.
That's the beauty. That's the beauty of these mics. They're called They're called the rat fart mic because you can pick up a rat fart.
Is that too loud, or is that too loud, or is it too loud, or is it?
Just lean back.
That is so. You are so funny. He's sitting there and he's going. Is it? Then he go back? Does it need to go back? Does it need? He's just sitting there making all quieter with his voice instead of the volume.
Yeah.
It's like he turned down his own volume on his voice.
It's like
that was.
I'm just looking for a file. Okay.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
And so you guys carry on. See, I'm trying to find this file that I can play my theme tune for you. The one you heard, the rock one.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
You dig that up.
If I can find it.
So I didn't get to close off my promotional moment because I was interrupted by whoever interrupted me. So what I played was an intro promo for the Geezer Geeks, which is a new group of geezers who geek about geekishness stuff. And we cast our gaze on the geese and we see what the hell's going on and we just kind of go from there. and it's every Saturday night at 10 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. All you got to do is type in Geezer Geeks, and a couple of channels will show up. We're also on Rumble doing Geezer Geeks, and I'm thinking about probably kicking it off over to X just to stir some shit up, throw some variety in there, and then on Spotify. In the meantime, we're trying to get some merch, some Geezer gear, and the grog, and even thought about doing the grub thing and maybe having some Geezer beans. So we're looking.
You know you're desperate with marketing when you're selling beans. Jesus, dude. Let's really start at the bottom and work our way up.
I meant coffee beans, not just beans. So,
I was like, bro, come on. How the hell are you going to tie this in? Intergalactic ships are really, truly, fueled by the fart.
Galactic geezers, right, have gear and grub, and and the thing is that if you ever need directions, you just go to the G spot, and we can help you get where you're going.
But I'm so happy that you all came to my first and last show for my comeback. It was fun.
And that's a wrap. We can edit and post, right?
You're enjoying it.
You're live.
It, aren't you? You are enjoying it, though.
Yeah. So yes, you got a lot of sites. You're like herpes. You're everywhere.
I've got a lot of stuff to say and a lot of stuff to do, so I got different places to do it in. Because you never want to mix up too many of the things that you do.
Yeah, isn't that? I've learned that you there's different platforms where I can get away or say certain things. Like TikTok has been my go-to. You go there. I don't say a lot. I mean, I did for a long time, but like I said, I went dark a year ago, and I feel freer there. Whereas on Facebook, it's puppy dogs and panda bears and stuff.
Hey, what's wrong with puppy dogs and panda bears?
Nothing. I think they're.
Did I say panty bears? No, panda bears. Yeah.
No, pantomimes.
Them too.
That if you have more than one, they're called pantomimes. I don't know. Where's Crocodile Dundee when you need? Or,
hey, it looks like Clay just asked in the chat wants a little live music.
Okay. Hold on. Let's see. Did you guys see the former Pentagon official in the tour space the other day? Whistleblower Jason Sands. He said there's planet-sized craft head. Hey, that's fantastic information, and we're gonna get to Clay. Don't worry. I'm not
the more the merrier in the YouTube arena.
When it comes to that, bring it. Let's do it. I'm ready. I will hop, skip, and what's it called? Hitchhike when they get close. Anything, as long as they're smarter than us. Yeah, that would be fantastic. But you just have to add. Let me put it back up there. You just have to add this to the huge fucking list of the past decade of we're all gonna die.
I'm still,
and we're still here.
Doc,
here's what
you remember long back when the whole Planet X, right? The 12th planet.
Yeah, and
all of that, right? How many times have we seen and heard that coming around?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Is that? God damn it! You threw me off. Where was I going with this? Shit! Damn it, Professor! You had 20 minutes. My turn. My show. All right. What the fuck was I saying? God damn. What was that?
Talking about the whole. What the Pentagon just said about there's a whole
yeah. Okay. I'll lose Asperger's syndrome. You can't distract me. Okay. So all this stuff with planet size. I mean, we've had all these things. There is an amazing theory out there that intrigues me, and that is we all died in 2012, and it was such a huge traumatic event that all of our consciousness is now being uploaded. It was to be saved. Uploaded to the Matrix, and here we are just living in the Matrix. See, another person said that we actually died in the mid 80s from something else. And that is why there's such an obsession with everything 80s, because that was the last of it. That's why we keep trying to relive and remake movies and songs and everything, because the originality is gone, So there's these really cool theories. And sometimes I feel like, God, it's got to be true. Because it would just doesn't make sense the way things are going right now. That would make sense.
So would you ascribe that to something along the lines of the simulation theory?
Yeah. Because
So
glitches
it's
and whatnot.
pre-programmed.
I think so, because I don't know anything like that truly for fact, because it's all
Nobody
hypothetical
does.
and theoretical in my
Nobody
mind.
does. Yeah.
But it's I think that is why so many people connected to the Matrix and to the series, because there's this internal, you just, and a lot of us just don't want to admit it, or we're afraid if we admit it, we will lose credibility with our friends and family, or we'll be made fun of. So there's that fear. And I think more people than not believe that. And maybe that's why so many people feel connected, like I was. I mean, the Matrix was almost biblical. It had that parallel to religion with Jesus Christ and everything. If you really watch it and you think in that aspect, the movie was written like that. I don't want to think we're in a simulation, but look at our technology just right now, what we're able to do, especially with VR and Unreal and other things like that. Who's to say we're not living Unreal Engine 12.4 or something like that? Who's to say? But the things that we're seeing, the videos we're seeing, airplanes stuck in the air, some of them, of course, is just the wind, but some of them are not. Birds frozen in midair. Weird shit like that that's going on. Or somebody in the crowd walking, all of a sudden a person comes out of nowhere out behind another person in the middle of an open area. I mean, stuff like that. And then, there's CGI. Everybody can do fucking anything with their phone these days. It's really sad. It's irritating that somebody's been in the film industry all their life and these motherfuckers just hit, boom, it's done. Sorry, Mr. B. Jesus, I didn't mean to upset him. Did I say something?
He does that regularly with us. So
Oh, okay.
he'll be back, but
Sorry, rant's over.
no, I thought it was great because you basically just did more grumpy old man,
Well, that's why it says right
and
there.
you tied the show back to the title, and it was brilliant.
Yeah, I think I'd just call it Grumpy Old Man with Doc Skinner or something like that. The other was like Raw with Doc Skinner, and I was like, nah, it sounds.
You know
really
what I
bad
think. You know what I
film.
think you should use is Skinner says.
Skinner says as Skinner does or does.
Skinner says, because you're just going to get on there and start saying shit.
Yeah,
Right?
and it's all for entertainment purposes. None of my shit has to be factual. So
That's right.
I'm here to entertain you for your money. The little thing over in the corner. Just
That thing
snap
up
it on
there.
your phone.
That's the thing that pays for the fact checkers.
Right. And then the other thing, fact checkers. You're so great. Start a channel. You can call it the news.
That's right. How about it?
Fuck. Anyway.
Isn't it interesting how they didn't show up until the truth started coming out?
Oh, I know. But I'm probably gonna come back later. I'm gonna try to do this 5 days a week. Try to make some dough with it. Hopefully, keep the lights on and whatnot. Please don't do the YouTube. What do you call it, surprises or gifts or anything like that. Just the PayPal only. I love you all. For those that can help, I know it's been tough. That's where it's tough for me, and I have physical disabilities. I mean, it didn't look like it when I was dancing over there, but that's called narcotics. I'm feeling pretty good right now.
Self-medicated.
So, yeah, no. This is doctor prescribed. It's the good stuff. But yeah, no, I look like I'm a Gumby, but in the morning I look like a caveman just trying to get out of bed. I got to do this thing where I kick my leg up in the air so it swings up and down and it brings my back up like a pendulum.
Did you see? Speaking of that, Doc, I'm sorry to interrupt, but did you see that breakdance winner in the Olympics? Did you see that?
Well, that first off wasn't breakdancing, but
Well,
two,
what they called it, right?
she I mean, but nobody knows who won first and second and third place.
When
Everybody
I-
knows her.
When I saw that clip, I said, "That looks like me at 3 a.m. Somebody telling me I got 10 minutes to get out the door."
It made me think of a Three
There's no
Stooges.
way.
It looked like a Three Stooges episode without the other two, you
Right?
know.
Yeah.
And so Paradigm Shift, what's up? Long time,
Going
yes,
on.
to come back tonight. But yeah, no, God. And good, Mr. B ain't here, so he won't get pissed. Australia, what the fuck? What the fuck? No, we now
don't get
know
it.
what happened. No, I'll tell you what happened. Her and her husband got in cahoots, and they didn't have a organization to bring breakdancing into the Olympics. So she created it, and she made her and her husband the bosses. So he was not only the boss, but he was the judge. They were very, I mean, amazing young talent out there that auditioned for the Olympics. And because her and her husband, she controlled who got on. And her husband, you know, being the judge, he voted her. So she was the team captain in a sense. And then it was their friends that did it. And so there's a huge scandal go. Every freaking sport had a scandal or something silly. My favorite, the pole vault guy. Oh God! If anything, he's got a future in videos. I won't say what kind, but he's.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck! I want that problem.
His
You know,
voicemail and
I want to
inbox
know
has been
when I
filled.
go over a pole, I knock that shit down without my hand. That's power. That, I mean, he's gonna do.
And to have it captured and shared
Yes.
around the world.
And
I mean,
Mr. Turkey Shooter.
You don't need to do any PR.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
Mr.
it's all
Turkey
involved for
Shooter, the guy from Turkey who was at home watching the freaking sports, got a text while he opened a beer. He was sitting in a chair, gets a text reminder. Oh yeah, you got to go to the Olympics today. Goes in, just pop. But did anybody notice he wiped his fingerprints off the gun when he was done? So I truly believe he's a Turkish assassin, retired, and the spooks came in and were like, "Hey, we got one last job for you. It's for your country." And he came in and he just went like a fucking gangster. Tag, bullseye. The only reason he didn't get gold because he had a partner and it was a team thing and they didn't do as good. But nobody knows who the fuck got gold. They remember him. And there's even talks that just by that, the Ian Fleming team or camp are like sitting there going, he might be a good James Bond, you know? And so he was amazing. God, and that's God. What else was there that was memorable? Those are the three. Those are the gold medals, in my opinion.
Well, we talked about this a little bit on the geezers, and let's see if you remember these questions.
It was okay.
You're right. All right. So this is a new Olympic sport, and this is one of the terms in the rule book about the sport. And that is, you've gotten your shaft stuck in the middle of your cinnamon roll.
Oh yeah, you love these. Yeah,
right. I mean,
that was the canoeing thing, the kayak thing.
Kayak, yeah.
Yeah.
Or the what do they call it? The crash, you know, or something. Kayak chase.
Yeah.
So the other one was having an extremely wet exit from the cockpit.
Mm-hmm. And that puzzled us for a while, but yeah, getting wet in the cockpit. I mean, it makes sense now that you know that the cockpit is a little hole that you crawl into.
Right, but if you didn't know what that was when you heard that term, what would you think?
Death trap. That would have been the title I would have used because that shit scares me. Your legs are in there like a sardine.
Yeah, I don't.
And you
think
flip
that
over. No. Plus, I posted a video. It actually got taken down of a lake where kayakers on the lake, and this big, gigantic monolith thing comes like just a few inches to the top of the water, just not enough to breach, right? And it was way bigger than him, and it was just kept going. And then it came back and it attacked him and like tried to knock the boat over, and it started just splashing all over. And at that moment, 20 or 30 others all around him in this huge lake are all just slapping so hard. You know when you're water skiing, you go at an angle and you create a rooster tail and it goes up like 10
Oh
feet.
yeah.
They were doing this with their slapping. So as of that, and growing up with Jaws, I have devoted my life from this point on never to get in the fucking water if I can't see the bottom and at the other end of the water. Pools are it. That's it. Even that, dude, I will not jump in the water at night in the swimming pool, especially when it has a red lens over the pool. Like, fuck that. My dad did that to me as a kid. Traumatizing.
Yeah, I learned. I spent my teens, 10 till about 20. And B, I'm just putting the link for you in your Facebook Messenger.
You want me to do more than one thing? Okay, hold on.
No, I just sent it to him. He's good.
Okay.
Or he should be if he can find what he's clicking on, because, that's kind of tough for somebody that's upside down. But I learned how to water ski behind an 18-foot flat bottom hallet. And that's what they used to do the speed races with on the Colorado River.
Mm-hmm.
And this thing had a blown 427 Ford engine in the back, which was twice as tall as the hull of the boat that it was sitting in. Big old, exhaust pipes and flames coming out, and this thing blop, 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 blop. And that's what I learned how to ski behind when I was 10 years old.
Wow.
And you talk about, there's one thing about when the water gets cold, but when danger starts, you're looking at, holy shit, I'm scared to death. You get more than a little shrinkage. You get some nut climbing. You get, you're like, wait a minute, I gotta protect the boys here because this ain't right.
Yeah, our bodies have the ability to take them and relocate them up north.
Yes.
In your throat in some cases.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's something.
What were you actually saying about Australia?
Oh, your little, what the fuck? Pride and Joy of Australia, Mrs. Raygun.
Oh, okay.
The breakdancer.
Yeah, that's, why would they allow it?
I explained that, but you were on the toilet. You were on the toilet or something, but I was explaining that she created her own organization because there wasn't one for breakdancing in Australia. Oh. And she became the head founder of it, and her husband became like the CEO and the judge for who would get to go to the Olympics. So it was all set up. They rigged it all, dude. It is because she believes that there's nothing better than that. I'm like, did you not see the other contestants?
It's a mockery. It really is. I mean, people in America and New York on the pavements dancing on cardboard do better than what she did.
Which is originally how you were supposed to do breakdancing, was on a piece of, you brought your cardboard with you.
Exactly right.
I was never a big break dancer. I just did the cool, the moonwalk and try to do because of my back, I was never able to do any of that stuff. But I always loved it. And it's cool. It's still around. I love popping and some of the stuff like where the kids can run and they go down on their head and their whole body's upside down and they just slide across the stage. That shit just blows my mind. And if Reagan wasn't a part of it, if you guys had a real Australian breakdancer in there, breakdancing would have not been, it was like the hook on stage where they dragged the person off. And that was just breakdancing. Like, oh, so we made a mistake. Bad idea. And all the ones that were good, at least they had the opportunity, that one opportunity. But the saddest thing is it won't be around again. And it's because of one person. And then, of course, you had, like I said, scandal after scandal. The volleyball player who was inappropriate with children. He had that. It was just, the swimmers in the lake or the river, and they're just ingesting feces and stuff and vomiting. And some of them are still recuperating from that. They're like deathly ill. But yeah, I think tomorrow, because I'm going to wrap it up here, tomorrow I might go into the whole Olympic thing. I know everybody's talked about it, but I want to talk about it because I was accused by many that I didn't know what the fuck I was seeing. I was watching this and that when in fact, the man that put the program together told everybody, yes, it was meant to mimic the Last Supper. The lady in the middle on her Instagram, it's the gay testament. And now she's suing people for people going after her for doing that. And she's now playing the victim. I think the guy that puts it on is a declared Satanist. I mean, where do the red flags set off the bells, people? We're going to talk about all that tomorrow. And more. Whatever else just fucking pisses me off, we're on. So anyway, if you've noticed, don't be overly sensitive if you want to watch the show.
Why, but you know why gays have a bad attitude, don't you?
Oh, no. I didn't want to go that far.
Oh, right, yeah, I will, because they're always deep in shit. I don't care.
I have friends that are gay, and I love them to death. I love them to death. All right. I really do. I have some that I respect the hell out of, but it's these other ones that take it to almost a mental illness.
Well, have you heard about the new?
No, Professor, because I know we'll be 45 minutes before I get out of here. I gotta piss like a fucking racehorse, and you're gonna sit. No,
well, you go
60 seconds. 60 seconds, Professor.
You go run along, do your wee. We'll just carry on.
PSA. There's a new, for the lesbian community, there's a new treatment, a new drug that's available.
I don't even. Oh, no.
And it's called Tricoxagen.
Oh! I will push that prescription towards everybody. Yes. I like that. I actually have a character. I have a character in my new script that I'm working on, a softball movie, and the patient, or what do you call it? The psychotic patient who escapes from the asylum. His name is Paul Mycock. It's a comedy, by the way. So, yeah, it's going to be cheeky shit like that. But, guys, hey, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight on the first night back after a year, thinking I was never going to come back. But I said I would only do it if the shit was hitting the fan. And we're there, so I got to keep my promise. I'm back, folks.
Well, after screwing up our show, we had to come and share it with back to you.
Yes, that's right.
Wonderful.
Right. And don't forget to aspire to inspire everybody, okay?
Right. So, guys, I'm going to let you guys go, and I'm going to close on out, and then I'm going to do something tomorrow. We'll just keep doing it day by day until, I don't know what happens. Who knows?
Well, thanks for doing it, Doc. It needs to be done.
Good to have you back, Bob.
Thank you. And remember, folks, that little PayPal symbol over there, use your phone, take a photo if you want to help support this show. I appreciate it, because that's the only income or way I have to make a living right now.
And don't get that that pickle.
Yes,
subscribe.
And he's probably not even pointing at the right thing.
That's right, yeah.
He's like, this is right here. This pickle, not that pickle, this pickle.
It's a good thing that's not a motion camera.
Yeah, yeah. So, all right. Good. We crack you up. That's fantastic. That's what I want to hear. Oh, yeah. And the other thing, the guy boxing the woman, we'll talk about that tomorrow. But it's everything that we said. Now everybody's going, yeah, you're right. He was a guy.
And get well, Ange. Get well.
Yeah. All right. Y'all have a wonderful evening. I'm Doc Skinner. And this is whatever the hell this show's going to be called probably by the end of the week. I don't know. But remember, as long as we all lift each other up, then only will we all rise together. Good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. And I'll hopefully see you, Lord willing, tomorrow night. Good night, guys. I'm saying good night to you guys, too.
Yeah. I'm out.
You fucking old geezers. Later.